Here are some of my top tips to help you make the most out of any face-to-face, hands-on workshop. So I know that when I go to learn something from another tutor, I'm always really excited. And over the years, I have had some stress getting ready for a workshop. Hi. If you want to make the most out of any face-to-face workshop, here are some of my top tips that I have learned over the years are very helpful for successful outcomes. So the first one is to make sure that you read any instructions or emails in advance of the class you are attending. This could be an eco-printing, a wet felting, or any sort of hands-on workshop. These communications usually include instructions for supplies that you may need to bring. And in the case of eco-printing in particular, they will also give recommended clothing to wear and, maybe you need to wear safety footwear. So just make sure you check all of these and you try and bring everything with you that has been requested. It's best to avoid borrowing or improvising tools and equipment on site. Some workshops have the fabric or the fiber included, and others you need to bring this with you. So just make sure that you pack these maybe a day before you're due to go to the class and that you tick off everything that's on that supply list. Wear comfortable clothing and make sure to arrive at the workshop venue early. I usually aim to arrive about 45 minutes before requested. So if a class is starting at 10 a.m., it may be that people are requested to be there at 9:45. I would try and aim to leave home in time so that I would be at the workshop at 9 o'clock. That's 1 hour before the class is due to start. Now, I know that might sound like a long time, but trust me, if you get caught up in some sort of a traffic jam on the road or you have problems finding the venue, as I have had in the past, it's very, very stressful. You want to be nice and calm before the workshop starts. And a word of advice, if you get there early, either sit in the car or go for a walk or just check in with the workshop host or hostess, say that you're there, ask can you help with any part of the setup, but don't start talking to them. Let them go through their complete process in advance of the class so that they can be organized and stress-free as more people start to arrive. So you may also have been asked to bring inspiration with you. Maybe in the case of a sculptural felting workshop, you might have been asked to bring some tools with you. If it's eco-printing, you could just go and have a little walk in the locality, whether urban or rural, and check out what eco-printing vegetation you can see there. So I would also say make sure you bring a notebook and a camera. Now, I use my the camera on the phone, to document everything and take pictures of my own work. But I would ask everybody respectfully if I was teaching. I would explain they can take any photos of me or my work during the class, but I would ask them not to put these photos online afterwards. And I would also make sure that everybody in the class was happy if we were doing group photos that their faces might go online. So you need to check whether people are happy for you to photograph their work. You need to check whether the tutor is happy for you to photograph the work. You need to make sure that you document your own work because you want to go back on a later date and review what you've learned. And if you have photographs, I find this is a really good way to do that. So then during the workshop, don't be afraid to ask questions. Tutors are happy to answer questions, but keep them specific to the topic and the process that you are learning. I would say be very mindful of the fact that you are there to learn from the tutor. So if you are wet felting, for example, and let's say you are making a felt wall hanging, and it had some, let's say, some sculptural elements. Concentrate on the technique. Don't try and use 51 different colors of wool. Try and concentrate on learning the technique during the class. And then when you go home, you can experiment with loads of different colors as well. So the more complicated you make things during class, the less opportunity you have to learn very efficiently, have fun, and go home with super knowledge to bring into your practice in the future. So focus on the technique, not the perfection. It's a chance to experiment, to try new things, and be open to feedback from the tutor. And if you have a lot of previous experience, it is important to be open-minded. We all do different processes or the same process in different ways. So how I eco-print would be very different than a lot of my friends. But if I go to a workshop of theirs, I am going to be open-minded. I am there to learn from them. And so I will not just insist on doing things my own way. I will try and learn from them. So be open to feedback, because constructive feedback can be really, really helpful for the future. And keep an eye on what other people are doing. There may be an opportunity at the end for everybody to share a little bit, maybe about, what they found as an aha moment, how they enjoyed everything, how they are going to apply this maybe in their artist practice. So just, be sociable if it's appropriate. Look at what other people are doing, but don't disturb them when they are working. And then I would say that bring plenty of snacks and fluids with you so that you can, keep hydrated and that you're not hungry. Things like nuts and fruit are great. You might be asked to bring a packed lunch with you. I think in America, you might call that a sack lunch. We would say packed lunch here in Ireland or in England. So make sure that you do that and be sociable with other people and friendly during the break. But if there is a person there who likes peace and quiet, don't try and talk to them if they have indicated that they want to just sit quietly by themselves. And don't start asking the tutor loads of questions during lunch. They will need a mental break. They will also need to decompress. So then try and stay organized. Keep your workspace as clear as you can and embrace any mistakes. I have found certain things when I have been at workshops in the past almost impossible to do. I can remember one workshop where I absolutely could not do what was getting taught. I just could not do it. It was a felting workshop and it was a total disaster. But mistakes are part of the learning process and they often lead to unexpected creative breakthroughs. So don't be worried if your pieces don't turn out exactly as you expected, or if you have a bit of a catastrophe like me. Just look on that as a learning experience. Take the positives from the workshop. And I hope that these tips give you some insights into how you can make the most out of any hands-on class. Have fun and be creative.